Hello everybody out there on YouTube, this is NamTalks, and I'm here to bring you another episode of Factual Opinions, the only place to get the correct opinion on the state of video games. And today, we're going to be taking a look at Bethesda's The Evil Within 2 by Tango Gameworks, a sequel to the first game. This sequel, it really does feel like a number 2 in all aspects. They take a lot of the core of what made Evil Within unique and expand upon it and add a lot of new gameplay elements, a lot of new mechanics, things to do, crafting, stealth, a bigger world to operate in. And I honestly don't really fault them for any of the things they added. It's just everything they added keeps reminding me of other games. Now, the enemies, they look a lot different this time, and they really, really remind me of The Last of Us. And in fact, a lot of parts of this game remind me of The Last of Us. Sebastian's look, the way he stalks around the open world and throws bottles to distract enemies, even the way he stealth kills the enemies, it all just seems very, very obviously influenced by The Last of Us. And there's elements of Resident Evil 4 there, the communicator, which is a new tool that helps kind of guide you towards your sub-objectives, in the new hub world of Union, which is where this game takes place. That reminds me of Silent Hill. It just constantly pulls you in these different directions with the influences it has. And I'm not saying that The Evil Within doesn't stand on its own. I think the premise of the world, STEM, what you're doing there, the way you enter the realm, it's almost like some Matrix crossover Silent Hill with very trippy visuals and a feeling of what is real, what isn't real. There's literal green, goo, red goo type of stuff to use to upgrade your character. And I honestly feel when Evil Within is constructing a very crafted, linear horror experience, that it's very rewarding to go through those things. It's very fun to tackle those, see what they come up with, see how you can use the new mechanics, the weapon system, the upgrading to get around those challenges. That is when I feel the game is at its strongest point. Now, it's never scary. There's a lot of crazy shit happening on screen, and a lot of the enemies look very disturbing, and a lot of body horror going on with 8 heads running around with an open chest, and there's some twisted stuff there. But even then, the scariest enemy in this game is the guy with the chainsaw, and that is something that's straight out of Resident Evil 4. And that combined with the open world, which on its own, there's nothing wrong with having a big hub area. I think it's really cool, it's exciting, it's new. Problem is, in the big hub world, you then lose a lot of tension that you need from a horror experience, I feel like. And because you can manipulate the AI with stealth mechanics, and let's be honest, there's just some jank. There's been times I've been hiding in a bush and I shoot an enemy in the head and they just run 50 feet in a random direction and then come right back to the same spot, so then I can then stealth kill them. Or, hack an enemy through a gate while they cannot hit me back, and, throw a bottle and stealth kill 4 guys who are right next to each other. There's just some jank there that goes with that open world that once you start seeing that, a lot of the situations you're placed in can almost feel comedic. And I'm sure that's not the intention. It's supposed to be very tense, very scary, very, oh my god, I'm barely going to survive. And I feel like comparisons to Resident Evil 4 that this game is getting are unfounded, because as okay as the combat is, it never reaches the levels of Resident Evil 4. The animations are a clear step down from other games in the genre. He's very stiff. He doesn't have a lot of fluid movements. He's not a great fighter. It's not like you can pop a guy in the kneecap, run up to him, knee him in the face, German suplex him, stab him in the head with a knife. He's capable, but comparing it to a classic like RE4, I feel like does this game a disservice, where it doesn't have that same level of tactical gameplay when you're encountering enemies. It does have a pretty solid shotgun. I will give it points for that. Overall, I just feel like The Evil Within 2 definitely wears its influences on its sleeve, and that's not a bad thing. I feel like it's okay to look at other greats in the genre and take inspiration. I just wish that this game focused more on what it did itself, and the more that you are indoors or in these very constructed labyrinth environments where things are shifting around you and the very nature of the world itself is pulling at you in different ways to make you question what is real and what isn't, I feel like that's what makes Evil Within 2. The problem is there's not enough of that, all on top of a very serviceable average storyline with mostly forgettable plot twists and things that are very obvious and you can see them coming, on top of the open world jank, on top of a kind of needless upgrade system, and on top of that, the game doesn't run great. You know, even on my powerful hardware, I had to lock the frame rate to 30 to get a smooth experience. Nothing there really pulls this game down to make it a bad experience. Overall, I had a very good time playing it, but by no means is it a classic in the genre or something that probably will stick with me much after I've already played through it. So I give the Evil Within 2 a 3 out of 5. If you're looking for a decent, you know, tense thriller / scary experience for the Halloween season, there's no real choice out there like this one. So pick it up, have a good time, kind of turn your brain off on some of that stuff, and hopefully the sequel to this game takes what it does well and kind of doubles down on that, instead of pulling so much from other games that have done it better and constantly reminding me of said titles that have done it better. So that was my review. 3 out of 5. I hope you enjoy it. My name is Namtox. If you like the review, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Have a good one, everybody.